think people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, they need to give us some credit, man. Because some reels make us look like we're breaking. Like we turn 40 and our bodies are breaking into pieces.
Like a lot of them, I'm like, no guys, I'm not there.
Like, I know we share a lot of these things with Fortune. Like, we have these reels where someone turns wrong and now their neck is stiff like for days.
Whoa, but hold on. There's certain things that I have to almost think about now. I'm like,
you do them. I mean, you're not going to do the splits now.
Yeah. But I used to, back in the day, I used to just drop down and get your ego out. You understand? Yeah. But now I'm more like,
should I do the splits now? Is the call for a split?
I want to put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Am I going to be able to get up? You understand? So I almost have to get myself in that frame of mind.
Yeah, because I was afraid. I thought, that moment I hit 40, my body's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, they lied to us.
Like my back is gonna give out, my neck is gonna be stiff. It's like, no, guys. That doesn't happen.
40 is just like I was 39 just the other day.
Yeah. We're here to celebrate the extraordinary gifts and talents that make each of us unique. I'm Ntando.
And I'm Hlelo, and we're going to share personal stories that inspire and showcase the incredible abilities that shape our world.
Welcome to Gifted.
Welcome to the gift of 40. Woo! Welcome to 40 Ntando. Yay! How does it feel?
It feels awesome. We've outlived some people in the whole world. So this is definitely a blessing.
So we've got 80 plus years of experience. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. We've got 80 plus wealth of wisdom to share.
Oh my gosh. And this episode is all about that, right? Sharing the wisdom that we have achieved in our 80 years plus. I love this.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this episode was really inspired by a really awesome TikToker named Sinemivuyo Mpulu and Film Bella. Shout out to both of you because I think there was a tweet that went out and this TikTok video that went out on TikTok and it went viral. It went viral on TikTok, but it went more viral in our own lives, right?
Definitely. And how I knew that something was going on our birthday, which was the 12th of October, by the way.
Yes.
We were just having fun with the family, relaxing, having, you know how it is, the vibes at home. Having cake and everything. My phone was out of control. I was like, what's going on? Like, why is my phone going crazy? I was getting DM notifications and I was getting X notifications. So I was like, okay, something has to be going on here. And lo and behold, like hours later, my brother Fortune sends me a link.
Right.
Like, follow this link. It was like after midnight even. It was already the 13th of October. And he sends this link and... don't kill me, I don't have TikTok on my phone.
Right.
So I was like, what is this video? I don't know what's going on. What's up with this? So I asked somebody else to kind of download the video, check it out. And when I watch the video, I share the video with you. I'm like, OMG, who is this? Who's this boy? And, why is he making such a big deal about us turning 41? He was shocked. I mean, he was just like, whoa, if they're 41, it means the rest of us are getting old.
I think that's the realization. I don't know if it was so much the fact that we were 41, but it was also the fact that if we're getting old, it means everybody's getting old.
Yes.
And people were offended by that.
Yeah.
And that's why we're having this episode, right?
Exactly. Because now I don't even know whether I should be offended or flattered. Because now everywhere we go, I swear to you, every time everyone's like, please tell my friend how old you are. I'm like, I'm 41 years old. They're like, oh my gosh, how are you 41 years old? Like, we get it all the time. So you know what? I'm going to take it as flattery.
I think it is an honor. I think it is an honor when somebody says, hey, you don't look your age, or I think you sound our age, but not looking your age. It's kind of like
a flex.
I think it's a flex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think let's talk about everything that we've learned up until our big age.
Yeah, and it's been a process really, because you don't just wake up like you're 39 at 23:59 p.m. and then midnight,
and then you
40 years you become someone else who's wise,
mature.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's actually a process. But
okay, so check this out. I did some points about this because I really found this interesting, right?
Yeah.
So researchers looking at people who were 29, 39, 49 or 59 found that they were more likely to make big life changes, good or bad, when it came to that milestone. So So good or bad, that's the key word right there. So people are more likely to sign up for things like marathons, book a big surgery, start new fitness goals, or just do the total opposite, or like something like a midlife crisis. You know?
I think even some people maybe start their ministry, and ministry is not necessarily being at the pulpit. It's writing a book. It's being maybe you want to be a coach, a life coach.
Right.
You want to start a podcast. You want to start a YouTube channel. So a lot of things. I can believe that.
Yeah, I think something clicks, right? And I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 39, I was like, remember back in the day, it's not so much now, but back in the day, it was like, when you turn 40, you're old. It's like, oh my gosh. Like,
but remember what 39 used to look like, 39 and 40. You remember what that used to look like? It was very scary.
Yeah, no. But it doesn't look like that anymore.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and the women that I've almost like modeled myself around, or the women that like inspire me, like their body goals, their brain goals, they just their life goals, all according to me, because not everything is what it seems nowadays.
Yeah.
But the women that I see visually are women that I at 40, at even 50, and sometimes even 60 plus.
Yeah.
So I'm not scared to age. I want to be like that. I'm really not afraid of aging. How did you feel when you were 39?
You know what? I just felt normal. It was weird. The transition from, it was just weird to say I'm 40 now. So 39, I kind of felt like, I don't know. I felt, a lot of people will feel like they need to do more. They need to do this. I was just very at peace. I was okay with everything. I was okay with where my life was, what was going on. I never had like this big 40-year goal, like a, do I call it a bucket list? Because I think
probably.
I didn't have those things
like
for myself.
Things to do before 40 list.
So that when 40 hit, I didn't feel under pressure, or I didn't feel less than. As in, like, I didn't feel like, because I didn't achieve this, I'm gonna get into my 40s all down. And no, I didn't really. I was very content with myself, and I was content with where I was when I was 39.
Right. So we did what did we do for our birthday party? We had like a small intimate family gathering.
Edith and Tish. I think everybody really. The entire family put the whole thing together, and it was just so lovely. It was like a all white shindig.
And we looked fabulous.
Yeah, we did. We looked well. It was all white for them. We were wearing our silver numbers. So I mean, it was fantastic. I wouldn't have spent my 40th birthday any other way except with my family.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of family, one thing that I know, and I don't want it to be like preachy or teachy, but one thing that I know at 40 is how important relationships are.
Yeah, they are.
Right? Not just like a man and a woman type of relationships, but like friendships, relationships with your parents. You've seen our parents on here, mom and dad, relationships with your siblings.
Even relationship with co-workers. I mean, every type of relationship you're like your nuclear relationships.
Yes.
The relationships that when you wake up every morning are a part of you. Those are very important, and I feel like the more you nurture the ones that are closest to you, the more your life is just so much better. It's healthy, it's at peace, and there's always people that have your back.
Right.
You don't need big circles of people. No. Just those close ones that you see on a regular basis. I think that's where it's important the most.
Yeah. Friendships. So do we have friends? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you consider my family members and my siblings and my sisters-in-laws and my nephews and nieces, those are my ultimate friends. I mean, outside of the family right now, no. And I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my family's company. And I feel like in the past, maybe, and I mean, it's not to shame anybody at all.
Right.
Like, at all. Like, it's not.
I don't know what you're going to say.
Oh, no, I'm just about to say that, in the past, I wasn't really so focused on family as much because I was, we were always on the go.
Right.
And by on the go, I mean like brunches and things, and you just call whoever is available to come hang out, whether they're close or not, as long as they're available. When you call them for lunch, hey, look, let's go for it. But now I'm so much more conscious about the people that I have in my life that it just,
you pour into them and they pour into us
equally. I don't feel like I'm doing all the heavy lifting and I'm not getting anything in return. If anything, sometimes I feel like, even with my siblings, sometimes I feel like they do so much for me, and then I feel like maybe I should do more.
Right.
But they love me and I love them, and it's fun. I love it. I love it so much.
So it's maintain relationships.
That's the most important. Like,
and this is not only for this. By the time you get to 40, you've maintained some really great relationships, right? And some are like 20 years old, 30 years old. I mean, I have a friend who lives in Australia. Shout out to Leanne. We've been friends
forever.
For over 30 plus years. We don't see each other, but we communicate all the time.
Yeah.
And I really cherish and I nurture that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Like, we may not see each other, but we share like really deep stuff.
And I know that there's stuff that she shares with you that you don't even share with me.
Exactly.
Which I'm like, hey, like, I want to know. But unless she tells me something, then obviously it's off bounds. Then I know that it's just something between you and her.
Yeah. So it's kind of important to cherish them, maintain them, and to be extremely intentional about your relationships.
Yeah. And speaking of just being intentional and, you know, just free flowing with relationships, I think I'm also at that stage in my life. I don't know if you go through this, but I'm just so much more, I just want to be more comfortable than I am cute, if you get what I'm saying. I'm at that stage in my life where I don't have to wear high heels anymore. Like, remember, like when you're when you're 20, between 25 and 30, let's 35. Give us the age, between 25 and 35, I was all about the high heels. Right. All about, I don't know, like I'd be uncomfortable just for the fit. Like if the fit was fitting,
I get you.
I'm uncomfortable. Now in my 40s, like, look, if I could walk out of my house in my onesie,
if I could live in my onesie.
At home, I live in onesies, like, for real. Like, if I could walk around in my onesie and my Uggs every day, all day, that I just love comfort.
I feel you on that.
I love comfort. Like, if I can just have like, I can't even stress that enough, you know? Like, I remember there was times where it would be like cold, like freezing. Yes. Freezing. But there you are, crop top, everything, like living your best life. You know, it's like, no, guys, come on.
There's absolutely no reason for
it. There's absolutely no way I'm going to go out in a crop top, freezing cold, just because I want to look fly.
I'd literally rather stay home. Than that.
Than go out in freezing cold. No, like, why? I'm staying home. No.
I would much rather be, like you said, in my onesie at home.
But it's also a state of mind thing, though. It's a state of mind.
Speaking of state of mind, mentally, where are you now? Now that you're over 40,
Mentally, I'm in such a peaceful place. Like, I really don't have, it's like, I don't care what people think about me. And not in a way that I'm this bad person and that type of person who's like, it's just who I am, and because I'm a B about everything. No, I'm a nice person. I'm kind, and if you don't see me as that, or you don't feel me as that, then it's okay. You know?
But you've always, Ntando, had a strong sense of self as well. Yeah, like, you've always not really cared.
Now you imagine I had
elevated skin.
Now it's elevated.
I really can imagine. Thick skin. No, and you've rubbed off on me because I also used to be a little bit. I don't know what the word is, but I kind of cared about
what people thought,
especially when we were still very young, probably like 22, 23, entering the entertainment business, and when people were saying mean things about you, and you're like, no, but I'm nice.
And it's like, who cares whether people think I'm nice or not?
They don't care.
I think I'm nice. It's okay. God knows my heart.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I hate saying that, but it is true. God knows my heart.
But those kind of things used to bother me in my 20s.
Yeah. Now they don't.
And like now, if you're watching this and you are in your 20s, stop caring now. It just makes your 20s easier. It makes your 30s easier.
And it's not to say stop caring so you can be a horrible person and, you know, an a-hole. No, like, be kind. Be cognizant about how you treat other people. Yeah. And really, look, I mean, no one's going to remember you anyway.
Yeah, it's the truth. No one really cares.
No one's going to remember what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I'm more content, and I have more clarity when it comes to my decision making.
Yes.
Right? So I kind of have now a clearer, it's a journey. Like, we never really know it all. Like, just because we're 40 now, it doesn't mean we know everything.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a little bit clear about who I am, or maybe who I'm not. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, because if you know who you are, then you know who you're not.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
So when I make decisions, it's easier for me to make decisions.
Yes.
Like, I'm a Libra, you know, that scale thing. Yeah. So making decisions was a little bit hard for me, especially quick ones.
Yeah.
Maybe my 20s, and not so much my 30s, but I'm quick to make decisions, and I said to you,
and you stick to them.
I stick to them, and I'm more clear with them, and I'm also quick to use my intuition. You know, that gut feeling, that discernment. I'm,
yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So I'm I trust my intuition, and maybe not so much in my 20s. My 30s, yes, sure. But that also helped because of the healing work that I did as well. Because sometimes when you do the healing work, a lot of things become clearer, and it's easier to trust your gut, your intuition. Things aren't as blurry, right?
I think I can actually put myself in that category of somebody who's just gained a little bit more wisdom, because 40 doesn't necessarily mean that you're wiser now. Like, you can be 40 and still be making horrible decisions.
Right.
Exactly. So I do feel like I have matured, and I do have a lot more wisdom than I had than when I was in my teens or my 20s or my 30s for that matter. And like you were saying now, even my spiritual discernment, it's on point. Like I can see through even a simple thing like a text. I can read in between the lines, even a phone call. Or just simple things like emails, I can see like much more than what the person is saying.
Yeah,
I can almost see deeper.
The
underlying thing. So sometimes people, you'd be surprised. Sometimes people can say something horrible and really not mean to say something horrible. It's just maybe that they are insecure and they are just saying that because they're feeling uneasy about themselves. Just like, especially with text, there's really no tone when you're texting. Or sometimes somebody may say something to me that I feel like is a bit off, maybe kind of puts me in like a place where I feel like I could have been spoken to better.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to interpret it as, okay, I can see what this person is going through, and I can see why maybe they've responded to me that way. And it's not to say that I'm like a what do you call it, like a carpet and everybody can just walk all over me.
Right.
I'm able to even empathize with others and look at people's and see that maybe they're traumatized by something that maybe I said, maybe I triggered them, because sometimes we tend to look at other people as toxic and they're the triggers. Sometimes I can be a trigger to somebody else, and I can maybe hit them in a spot where they feel like, okay, this is what's happening. So just being able to read in between the lines. I think that's one of the best things that I've learned to do is read between the lines.
I think that point also leads to confidence.
Yeah.
How are you confidence-wise?
I'm so much more. I'm so confident. Like, I don't care. Like I used to be. Like, I'm not self-conscious. Like, I never used to be self-conscious at all.
Yes.
Even when we were on radio and television, like mainstream everyday television and radio, I was never self-conscious. But now, like, it's even amped up to the point where it's like I'm just so confident. Like even when I speak to people, I greet them confidently. I walk into the shopping malls, or where people see me regularly at the supermarket. I walk in, I'm like, hi everyone. Like, and it's not like,
you've always been like that.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm not hiding who I am. I walk in, I smile, I greet everybody. People greet me. I mean, we do groceries together all the time. Yeah. We are regulars at places, and we walk in with our heads held high, and we greet everybody, and everybody greets us with a smile. We remember we were speaking about it the other day. I was like, when was the last time I was treated badly or I had a bad experience? Like when people are tweeting about, hey, so and so, that my food didn't get delivered. I didn't get this. I had such bad service here. Can you believe someone said this to me? I haven't had that in so long. It's been years. I'm like, where are these people? Like, where are they getting this from?
I think you're vibrating on a high frequency.
Yeah.
None of that stuff really.
I love people.
Yeah.
And not that I never used to love people. I'm just more aware now that somebody may be a cashier and they could be having a bad day. Maybe their child is sick. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Or maybe they're sick and they have to pitch up to work. So I'm aware of that. So it's not all about me. I don't get out and be like, oh, yes, no, I think about her. I greet her first. I don't wait for people to greet me first.
Yes.
I approach people first, you know.
Tell me if you can relate to this. Speaking of confidence, I now know my strengths and I know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like, by this age, you kind of know, like, I kind of know where I'm very capable of doing this, and I can dominate when I do this.
Yes.
And I know where I can, like, oh gosh, where I dread doing a certain task or activity or whatever it is, because I'm like, this is like my weakness. Oh, I'd rather give it to somebody else to do.
Or me, especially because we like a duo.
You understand?
I know what you're good at, and I know where I'm weak.
Yes. So I'm at that stage because I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I kind of, I do challenge myself, push myself a little bit like, okay, cool, let me try this. Like,
yeah.
okay.
I know you. Sometimes you just like don't want to try. I'm like, just try. Like, just try it. It's okay. Just do it.
So I'm in that era now where I kind of like I go towards, you know, where I'm challenging myself. You know,
that's a good thing. It's a good thing to challenge yourself.
Like, I also was reading something about if you're used to doing something, like brush your teeth with your left hand to almost get your brain.
If you're right-handed.
If you're right-handed, brush your teeth with your left hand just to almost activates the different types of neurons that are happening in your brain. You understand?
Yeah.
So you're not doing, you know, things that you always do, you know, that way. You're kind of just adding a bit of vavavoom.
Yeah, especially because okay, so now because now you're speaking about all that. What is it called when you do both, like ambidextrous or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not aiming for that. We're just aiming to activate other
like
levels,
unlocking new levels.
And also, what's up with these reels? Like, I think people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, they need to give us some credit, man. Because some reels make us look like we're breaking, like we turn 40 and our bodies are breaking into pieces.
Like a lot of them, I'm like, no, guys, I'm not there.
Like, you know, like I know we share a lot of these things with Fortune, like, you know, we have these reels where someone turns wrong and now their neck is stiff like for days.
Well,
you know?
but hold on. There's certain things that I have to almost think about now.
Before you do them. I mean, you're not going to do the splits now.
Yeah. But I used to, back in the day, I used to just drop down and get your eagle out. You understand? Yeah. But now I'm more like,
should I do the splits now? Does it call for a split?
I want to put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Am I going to be able to get up? You understand? So I almost have to like get myself in that frame of mind.
Yeah, because I was afraid. I thought, that moment I hit 40, my body's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, they lied to us.
Like my back is gonna give out, my neck is gonna be stiff. It's like, no, guys. That doesn't happen.
40 is just like I was 39 just the other day.
Yeah.
You understand?
Maybe the 45, 46, 47-year-olds, those ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe they can tell us. We're new to the game.
We've just entered the arena. Maybe the 40... Plus. What should we say? 45 plus?
No, I think that's even maybe 43. Let's start with 43. But 43 plus.
But that's us like now.
Okay, let's say
45 plus. Maybe if you're 45 plus and you're listening or watching, please leave a comment. Should we be worried?
Are we breaking? Is our body slowly withering away?
No, it's not.
No, but how's about like but you know when you're a woman, they always scare us about like the 40-year-old pooch. The 40 pooch. I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean I'm going to get a pooch when I'm 40? Like, okay, I can take everything. I can take the hormonal acne.
Yes.
I can take the, what do you call it?
Give me everything.
The night, insomnia. I can take insomnia. But the pooch, I was like, nah, fam. I was like, y'all got to, 45 plus, y'all got to fill me in on this. When is it coming and how do I stop it?
Well, look, because I think there's the buzzword now that I'm hearing a lot that nobody discussed with me was... hormones, right? So I know in this decade, hormones are going to go a little bit like
up and down,
wonky, right? We've just entered the arena, like we said.
Please, guys, any help is welcome.
Is welcome because we would like to also help the younger people.
Yes.
Because we know a big chunk of our audience is younger people.
Yes.
We want to know what y'all didn't tell us so we can tell the ones that are coming up after us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to share the information.
So the buzzwords are hormones and things like body mass. So for 40 plus, you should be eating more protein. You should be trying to preserve body mass. Your body mass is kind of more important now. So lifting weights, eating lots, the good protein.
Yeah.
So are you doing that?
Why are you asking me?
The mic is on you.
Take it away,
Patricia. Hit. Are you working out, Ntando?
I mean, yeah, I do work out here and there. I mean, okay, not as much as. Okay, wait. Okay. This is a difficult one. I'm doing enough for my body. My body doesn't need a lot. Okay. You know, like, I mean, I've been this size since matric, like for real, like for matric is like grade 12. I have been wearing the same clothes, literally the same size rather. I've been wearing the same size since grade 12.
Since high school. Since high school. Probably we were 15.
Yeah, you know, like, I mean, there are some items of clothing definitely that we've given away that would have never fitted me now.
Right.
But I literally haven't changed, you know, so.
Maybe it's not your style anymore that you wouldn't wear.
Yeah, but besides that, like, I can tell my body has had changes. Right. But for the most part, I think my weight has just been the same.
Yeah,
it's literally,
I do agree.
You know, so I don't need to be in the gym like somebody who's like, obese and I just do what's enough for me. And
but it's important.
It is important, but also the protein is important. Lately, you made me forget what I wanted to say.
No, but you can't really say.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I was saying I do enough. No, it's okay. I do enough for me. But besides that, I have a very good relationship with food. I eat when I'm hungry. Like if I wake up and I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat. Like
I do agree.
I'm not gonna eat. Like if I'm hungry, then if I feel like I'm hungry as the day goes on, then I'm gonna eat. And then there are days where I eat more than others. You know what I'm saying? So a good relationship with food, I think that's where it starts. And then that's how I kind of measure.
Right.
Yeah, because I think once the diet is okay, the exercise doesn't have to be so heavy for me.
Yes.
For me. You do you. I'm talking about myself.
Right. I can also attest, same kind of like been wearing the same clothes since high school.
Not the same clothes. You mean the same size?
Yeah, same. Oh, I still have some clothes that I wear from high school.
Yeah.
Like I've got like these cute little crops.
Like speaking, how small is this crop, bruh?
How small is that crop, bruh?
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. Can we talk about this? Like, I was looking through vacation photos from last year, right? We went on vacation. It was like a family vacation. And I was looking through pictures of us with our nieces, right? And there's a picture where we're all just wearing crop tops.
Including us.
Including us, you know? So it's like they're teens, one is in her 20s, and then it's us. And then I had a moment of, oh my gosh, we are 40-year-olds wearing crop tops.
Does that scare you?
No, it doesn't scare me.
How does that make you feel? Because I'm feeling like, well, should I not be wearing crop tops?
No, that's the thing. So I'm very much aware of what I wear. Let's say, let's say I've been invited to, I'm doing like a school run. Let's say I'm doing, because we don't have any children, but my brother's kids are my kids.
Yeah.
Let's say now somebody said, one of the siblings has said, hey, can you pick up my kid from school? So when I do that, like a school run, knowing there's going to be other moms and who have husbands and other dads there, I'm kind of like, should I wear this crop?
Do you want to go as yourself, or do you want to dress up like a mommy? Like, is there a mommy look?
Yeah,
because moms wear crop tops as well.
It's not so much a mommy look, but like a little bit more of a more conservative look. Like, let's say it's like boiling midsummer. Like, do I really want to wear this crop? Or do I want to like wear something that's a little bit more?
Do you think the parents will talk, or do you think the students are going to talk? What is it there? Well, what's going on there?
Yeah,
because I just show up as myself.
I show up as myself, but sometimes I've noticed some people have problems with it. Like, especially if you don't look like this, you may have a problem with the way that you go. What I'm saying, it's not everybody. It's not for everybody. Yes, you have like a super tiny waist and you have a great figure and a great body, and sometimes I think of like the places that I'm going to be. Do I want to go like that? So those are the kind of things that I think about. Like, like back in the day, it's like you una 40 utoge ini.
Oh, I see what you
know. You understand?
Yeah, and I think I even go through that myself. Like maybe I'll see even a woman who's even older than me.
Yeah,
and then I'll want to say something. But then I'm like, why am I saying something? I'm in my 40s, and I'm also like, I can rock. She's rocking it. She's looking cool. Oh, another thing which I find,
I think it's a cultural thing.
You just look like me there. It was so strange.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So what did I want to say?
You've been losing your train of thought.
Yeah,
you need to get on some omega. I'm gonna give you some omega.
I wanted to say, I'm also very cognizant about how I act when I wear certain things, because so it's almost okay. So it's like if I go to the beach. So if I go to the beach and I'm wearing a bikini, right? There's a certain way that maybe I will pose to post a picture when I'm in my bikini. Like I wouldn't turn around. Like I would never I would never wear a bikini
and be like,
and then turn around and then take the picture of my back,
of your booty.
You know, like I mean, I do have photos from way back then that maybe were a little bit risque.
Oh, we did a lot of those shoots.
You know, we did a lot of those shoots. But now I'm speaking about in my 40s. I would never take a picture of myself in a bikini or a costume and have my butt the center and then me have my head turned back. Like I would
but you've never done that though.
I know I've never done that, but I'm just saying now I'm a little bit more aware of it. Like even if I'm dressed like this, there's still a certain way that I carry myself. So
Understood.
I feel like reaching 40 has just made me a little bit more aware of how I behave. And I'm not even sure if this is like a 40-year-old thing or it's just a new thing.
Okay.
But I have this like, I remember way back in the day, in my 20s and my 30s, well, not even my 30s per se, let me just say my 20s,
right.
like strongly in my 20s.
Yeah.
A good night out would be pre-dinner. Like, you know, like before you go out to the club.
After work drinks.
Yeah, so you go to after work drinks, and then after work drinks, it's dinner. Then after dinner, it's go home, take a nap, wake up, have drinks again, have shots just to get started for the night.
Because you gotta get
to the club at around 2-ish, you know what I'm saying? Get to the club at around 1 or 2 in the morning, at around 4. Then you're thinking about going home. Like you walk out, the sun is already up. By the time you get to bed, people are going to work. So when you go to bed, people are going to work. Now things have changed.
Yeah.
a good night in for me is HGTV,
right,
and snacks. That's what a good night out for me looks like. And even now, like, I don't know, I sometimes feel guilty about this. It's like I'll get an invitation somewhere, and then I have to now think to myself, like an honest assessment of, do I really want to go to this event?
Can I see myself there?
Do I see myself there? Because the last thing I want to happen is me RSVPing to something and then not showing up, because I think that's just so tacky, that's so disrespectful. So if I know I'm having doubts, then I'd rather just say no. If I'm playing around or toying around with the idea, I would rather just say no up front. But then there are those events where I'm like, okay, like I'll know immediately, like, okay, I'm going there, like no doubt, and I will make the effort. But if somebody makes plans with me and then they cancel, like I can be in a full face beat. And if someone cancels, I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah, you weren't going anywhere. You were not going to go anywhere.
No, well, I was going to go because I was ready to go. But canceling on me is not a bad thing.
Low key.
No.
You didn't want to go.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like whether it was low key or not, I was like, if I'm ready and dressed and I'm prepared to go somewhere, and I get that call that says, look, everything has changed, it's no more happening today. I'm like, you know what? Of course I'm going to be like, oh, really? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Okay? Of course. I mean, that's the right thing to do, is to take, is everything okay? Which is obviously now, that is definitely genuine. But like all is not lost, because they're talking to me like, they're letting me down. I'm like, dude, you're not letting me down. Like, you literally just saved me, like, you know. So those are the types of things where I find I'm like, okay, I may be getting a little older, because I get turned on by weird things now, like light fixtures, decor. I'm like in it now, and I was never into that. I was never into that stuff. Yeah. Now I'm like, who am I becoming?
Yeah, I just think it's obviously that progression of you literally, you're full on adulting, and I'm in full on auntie mode. I consider myself a fully grown adult. My 30s, I was playing around. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. But mentally, I was kind of like. And it's a feeling like, even now, I don't feel like I'm 40. I was asking mom the other day, because I was like, is something supposed to happen or click? And I was like, mommy, you're 72 years old. How does it feel? Like, how do you feel? And she's like, can I tell you, I still feel like I'm that little girl.
Yeah.
So you can imagine
what she feels.
I know exactly, because I feel like
I feel like that too.
I feel like I'm a teenager. And now you can imagine being 72. And she's like, sometimes her body wants to do stuff, but it can't. But she still feels that little girl. She still feels young.
Yeah, and even like shopping. I mean, I used to love going shopping. Like I used to love being in the mall. You know, the music, the coffees, everything. Like the clothes, trying on clothes, the accessories. Now I don't like the mall at all. But you will definitely find me at a home place, like a home store. And I will be in that home store, and I will love every moment of it. Like looking at the plates and the cutlery. It's so strange. I don't know. That's who I am now. And that's what just does it for me. I will leave the house just to go to a home store and browse for like my next buy or my next purchase. I love that. I really do. I love it, as opposed to just going on and trying on clothes. I really just love that. It's just, I don't know if it's a 40-year-old thing, but it's a me thing. I never used to do it, but that's what I find myself doing now, you know. Going out on dates is kind of something that's a little, I think it's foreign for me now. You know, I feel like I can read in between the lines as well. Like I can see if a guy is serious about this date, and if they want the date to go further than just the date. Like if they want something serious. So I don't entertain men on my, I don't entertain men on my phone. Like I don't entertain them at all. Like if I feel like this person is engaging, maybe I'll engage a little bit, but I don't know if I'm a bit behind, but I see women in their 40s going on dates all the time. In fact, some girls already when they're 40 have been married. Maybe they divorced and they're dating. I'm like, Marco, Polo, Marco, you know?
Also, now that you've mentioned that, it's also a weird age because I don't know if you've seen those reels. Some of your friends have children who are teenagers.
Yeah.
And some of them have 1-year-olds. And some of them just got married. It's such a weird age.
It is such a weird age.
Abanye have literally just entered
the motherhood.
That
motherhood.
Age.
Yeah. So it's weird for me because girls go out on dates a lot. I'm like, okay, how are you going out on dates so much? It's not like I don't want to share my energy with anybody. Okay, I don't want to share my energy.
Yeah. Except for your onesie.
I don't want to share my energy with anyone.
I've got onesie energy.
And also right now we're in the dad bod zone. So dad bods, that's where we are now.
What are you saying?
I'm saying when you're 40 years old, when you're a 40-year-old woman and you're dating 40-year-old men and plus, dude, you're in the dad bod zone. And I'm not against
dad bod.
Yeah, and I'm not against the dad bod. I mean, it's okay, we all go through life, things happen, and it's not to say that a dad bod is someone who's let themselves go.
Yeah,
it just happens that a dad bod happens to dad bods happen to good people.
Yeah, there's a dad bod.
Yeah,
and then there's a tender bod.
Tender bod.
So there's a big difference.
Yeah,
a dad bod is it's.
Yeah, and I don't mind a big guy,
okay.
A big guy, it's okay. Life happens and it's cute,
Yeah,
it's cuddly.
Cute. You can keep us warm.
What do you mean as?
More. Yeah.
Yeah, so that bod doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the running. You're strong in the running.
Yeah, you're strong in the running.
You're strong in the running.
You've just entered that arena.
You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. So yeah. But I mean, I had fun. Do you have any more points? Ngwedi Langa sound, Ngwedi camera. Any questions about being 40 or turning 40?
Can I just?
Yeah, okay.
What's
Langa has
Langa's
a question.
At any point did you ever feel like you had everything figured out?
Okay, so Langa wants to know if at any point we felt like we had life figured out.
Nope.
No, well, in my 20s, I thought I had things figured out, and that took me for a spin. Because you do when you're 20s, you think you know everything.
You know it.
Like for real, like when you're in your 20s, you really think you know everything. You can get advice from your mom. You can get advice from older people telling you about friends. Like, no, don't keep this kind of company. Don't do this. Invest here. Do this. And you think because you're an adult now, you can do things on your own. You can make your own decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we go wrong is when we're younger. Well, for me, rather, let me speak for myself. When I was younger, not necessarily, I wouldn't take wise counsel.
Right.
But now I've come to realize now I can take wise counsel. I can be able to discern where someone is coming from.
Yes.
And I can say, okay, I'm going to take advice from this person. But when I was younger, I really thought I had everything figured out.
Right.
Now I know that I'm dumb in some places and I'm okay with it and I want to learn.
Yeah.
I know where I'm weak, so
Right.
I learn.
Right. I've heard even 60-year-olds saying they don't have it figured out. So I think life is a journey.
Yeah.
And you almost becoming more, look at all these sequences. You're almost becoming more of who you are as you get older.
Yeah.
So you don't really have it figured out. But the fun part is figuring it out. And that means exploring, doing new things, not being afraid to try new things. In your 20s, try everything. In your 30s, try everything.
Whoa.
Okay, let's reel it back in.
Reel it in. We're reeling it in right now.
Well, this is a personal growth podcast.
Yeah. So don't try, guys.
Don't try everything.
Please, don't try everything.
And by that, I mean, try the good stuff.
You mean try...
Whoa, that even sounds worse.
That sounds... Don't try the good stuff.
Because the good stuff could be
okay,
the
wait,
good stuff.
Wait. What you're saying is... I think what you're saying is when it comes to personal growth...
Yes.
Don't be afraid to take risks where it comes to personal growth.
Yes. And anything that improves your personal growth. And by that, I mean, you'll never know what you're good at until you try something. You have to explore. And... the 20s are a good age to do it because...
To try new skills.
To try new stuff because you don't generally you don't have like a bond or children, or you get what I'm saying. So it's easier to be more adventurous in those stages, right?
Yes. And do you want to add something? Because I want to add something to it. And I also find that women in their 40s sometimes are afraid to start something new. So as much as you're saying that in your 20s, yes, you can go out and explore, I feel like even now would be the perfect time for anybody to start something new. I didn't know this, but I was on YouTube the other day because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I saw women in their 50s doing vlogs. I saw women in their 50s doing makeup tutorials, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So you like you were saying, you're never too old to learn. You know, so you never really are gonna have it figured out. Start something new, and you never know where that new thing is gonna take you, no matter how old you are.
And don't worry about stuff. Stop worrying. Things that you worry about will never happen. Like your worst case scenario that you play in your head over and over again never happens.
Never.
Stop worrying. Stop being scared.
And
be fearless. Speak your mind. Sometimes it can get you into trouble, but sometimes you need the trouble. You know what I'm saying?
You know how I put it. I say I don't think I'm a nice person. I think I'm a kind person. So a nice person tends to just want to be sweet to everybody because they don't want to disappoint somebody. But being kind to somebody means telling somebody that doesn't look nice to protect them. Do you know what I'm saying? So
what do you mean?
Being kind. So let's just say somebody can't sing.
Okay.
And I can hear them singing, and they come to me and they sing a song for me, and I can hear that they're not hitting the notes.
Okay.
The kind me would say, with a few more lessons, I think you'd be great. But a nice me would say, oh wow, you sound so beautiful.
Okay.
So that because I want to preserve their emotions, because I want them to feel good about themselves.
So the nice you is a liar as well. Yeah.
The nice you can be a liar. So I would rather somebody be kind to me than somebody be nice to me. And I feel that's important as well. And you were speaking about being brave. I think another brave thing that we did in our 40s was start a podcast that was nominated for a South African Podcast Award.
Oh, yes! Well done, team.
Imagine, because I never thought in my life would ever have a podcast, and now we literally turned 40 last year, and within like a couple of months we already had a podcast. It was just so amazing, So thanks to the South African Podcasters Guild, we didn't know that we were ever going to be nominated for such an award, and we just were brave enough to start a platform from scratch. We started with our followers from the get go. We deleted any other videos and any other photos from our past because we wanted to start new, and that's always very scary to start something new. But we took the leap of faith and we did it, and we're here now. We got a nomination for personal growth and spirituality. And wow, it was less than a year later we get nominated. I think it's amazing.
I think it's cool because we did some growing personally, and then we get nominated under personal growth and spirituality. That's pretty cool.
It's so
thank
cool.
you for listening and watching when you do.
The Gifties.
And thanks to our team, our Gifties. We love you and we appreciate you so much. I'm really excited about this next chapter of my 40s.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
Maybe when we're 50, we'll still be doing a podcast. Maybe we don't know from what island we'll be on. You know what I'm saying?
Or which Dad Bod you'll be cuddling with.
You understand?
You never know. Things happen, you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we are looking forward to season 2 as well. So this is, yes, Gifties, I know you're going to be upset. This is the last episode for 2024.
Yes.
And thank you for this journey.
I think it's been amazing.
I mean, the comments have been out of this world. I think just the interaction with all of the Gifties just been out of this world, and we're so grateful for that. You're amazing.
We are. We're really, really grateful, right? Okay, so we will meet next year.
But for now, comment, subscribe, share.
If you miss us, we've got a whole playlist with my whole family. Whoever you want to watch, you can find them.
And we still respond to comments. We see them every time.
Literally everyone.
Yeah, so everyone who writes a comment for us, we definitely respond.
This was great.
It was great.
Welcome to 40.
Thank you. Ngwedi Langa, you guys looking forward to season 2? Yay!
Yeah. Are you guys looking forward to turning 40?
Shakes, come on. You can ask them in like 20 years from now.
Are you looking forward to turning 23?
I think he is.
That's
definitely.
Really cool. Okay, cool.
This has been amazing. Gifties, we'll see you next year. Love you.